And we're live. Okay. Hello all, hello world. Apologies I'm late. I was playing a little bit of Scrandle with a couple friends, which is like it's like it's like Would You Rather, but like with like different stadium foods. It was like pretty funny. Anyway, this is day 104 of studying compilers every day until I end a compiler role. Good to see you, Niraj. Love the alt account. Yeah. So last time we implemented one tile, and I need to figure out how to make that more efficient. But I'm a little bit tired today, so instead, what we're gonna do instead of working on that more, is we're just gonna do a lot of printing. We're gonna like update the two-string stuff for what we call LIR, which is like the backend primary IR. And yeah, it's gonna be a good time. Yeah, so I guess we can get straight into it. I was like messing around with the two-string stuff last time, so we have like a pretty solid starting point. We just gotta add a lot more stuff. Let's check the output. So yeah, it looks passable. It doesn't look amazing, but it looks passable. I want to rename this in some way. Or maybe I could make the entry a little bit prettier as well. I'm not going to finally on time for once. Good to see you. I mean, with that being said, I am also late, so like, I mean, it is what it is. Okay, we should, what is git name? Ah, I see, okay. Maybe we could fix this like giant negative number thing, or is this overflow for negative number thing real quick. That shouldn't be that hard. That comes in TreeGen, I believe. So these are the only two instances we have label. So the start label is fine. This one we need to change real quick. Sorry, a little bit dying. We can ternary this. Holy hell, I'm dying. Okay. Let's do. Let's do std string, or we can do auto label number equals, I guess, like basic block num. We can do nir. We can move this get number thing here. And then we can throw a ternary operator here. So if this is -1, then we want entry. Otherwise, we want std to string basic block num. Maybe I need to throw this in parentheses then? Yeah, there we go. What's good, Yusuf? Good to see you. Alright, let's see what this vomits out now. Huzzah, entry. Okay. Alright. So, let's commit this real quick. Let's actually change this. Okay, there we go. Is there a compiler in C? It's in C++, but it compiles C. Yeah, it's gonna compile C down to x86-64, hopefully. Assuming nothing goes wrong anywhere. Okay, so that's one little thing. What else should we do? I guess ret should be pretty straightforward, huh? That might be a little bit trivial now that I think about it. Yeah, so this should just well, I don't know why this has a to-do. This should just be ret. I'm fairly sure. Yeah, let's look this up just to be safe. Look it up, I mean brown cheat sheet. Why is it appear on my feed for some reason? Well, I guess the algorithm's doing its work, which is, I guess, pleasant to see on my end. Hopefully it's pleasant on your end as well. Yeah, so it's just ret. What else is interesting here? I guess this is probably a good one to start with. Yeah, okay. That one's a little trivial. Let's go with a more interesting one. Live coding, even though I don't understand what goes on most of the time. That's fair. I imagine there's at least just like some degree of vibing, which is at least somewhat entertaining, hopefully. Entertaining, relaxing, up to you to decide. But yeah, I appreciate it. Let's give it a while. Oh, we got some unknowns. Yeah, actually that makes sense. We do have a couple of unknowns here. We should set up the jump stuff real quick, or we could do that later. Okay. Call should be pretty easy as well. I think this has like an example somewhere. Yeah, it's just the label. So we push return address and jump to label. So this should be straightforward enough. So we have this, and then we want to add I. We need a getter. That's what we need. So I guess we will just have LIR open on the right side here. Yeah, ret has like no fields, which is really funny. Okay, so we want get label. Yeah, we're just gonna blitz through this, I guess. This comes before. Yeah, it should go here. Maybe I should spend a stream at some point just like adding like consts to things, like a bunch of string things. I imagine that would be just like a generally safe thing to do, and it's like good practice. So I should probably do that at some point. That could be interesting at least. Okay, we should look at call chain again, I think. That might be the obvious place to do this. Yeah, build times are slow as always. It is what it is. I could either fan out all of the commits into like 3 billion micro commits, or I could just like be reasonable and like put all of these changes into one commit instead of fanning it across like 2, maybe. This might be, I don't know. We'll see what happens. This doesn't have a call in it, huh? This is not the right test for this. We want call chain. Yeah, okay, this does do a lot of calling. That's good. Yeah, okay. It's very verbose, but we will shrink it down as we go with the virtual register slush. Okay. Yeah. So okay, let's commit all that. Oh, format. Yeah. Okay, that's one more done. Binary wrap seems annoying. Comp shouldn't be hard, I think. We can just throw the two operands in, I think. Does this have a size in it, actually? Yeah, it has one suffix. Okay. So this order should be 2 and then 1, it looks like. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're gonna... Wait, what? Okay, well, we're gonna add that in a second. Let's add the getters real quick. We can still this real quick. This won't get confusing at all. We can just do that, surely. Surely it doesn't cause any issues. Yeah, I will kind of just be writing getters and updating tostring this stream, so it might be a little bit boring for a while. Apologies about that, but feel free to ask me anything, I guess. I guess that's probably the only way this can be remotely entertaining. But this is just something that has to be done, so I figured I may as well get it out of the way today. We'll just make this ugly and let formatting take care of it later. Yeah, like that. Formatting. Okay, those are the getters. So we got that. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We want 4 spaces. Because we want get size, and we want to char. That does not do what I want it to. What's good, no ref printer? No ref putter. That name scares me a little bit, but I'm sure it's all good. So we have comp, we have the size, and we have this plus I'm gonna steal like this line, I think. 18, that's where it is. Let's go like this. Yeah, so this should be good, surely. Just don't deref me? Yeah, that's... I mean, it happens accidentally, you know, like... That's what's so scary about it. Hosted my own GoTo with static DNS. Ooh, nice. That seems quite cool, actually. Sometimes I wonder what would have happened if I became a web dev. Automatic sec fault, yeah. It happens, like, what can I say? Alright, let's see if this generates anything interesting. It should generate, but hopefully it exists. This is the compare. Nuked my setup. Whoops. Okay. Okay, WSL is doing WSL things. Let's give it a second. So how's everyone's day? Ah, there we go. Let's give it the if test. Yeah, we have compares there now. I never remembered seeing a suffix on the compares before, so I guess that makes sense, but I've just never seen that. I'm not sure. Let's try Godbolt. Yeah, okay, so it does exist. Interesting. Okay. I guess I've just never... I don't remember it for some reason. I could have just like Mandela affected myself into that or something. Okay, so we have sign up, binary up, the 2 jumps, and then fees to do. Fees are like kind of fake anyway. Yeah. So that will also get like a virtual tag, I think. And I guess the fee is just like a hint for regalloc, I guess. Okay, I need to commit everything. So what was this again? This was CMP. Can I just copy this? LAR CMP. Okay, that's all the low-hanging fruit, I think. Everything else is actually no. Jump should be pretty easy. We just throw a label at it, I think. Yeah, it's just a label. So we can literally just steal code right now, actually, from earlier. I don't remember where it was. It's here. It fits right here, actually. That's quite nice. So where's jump? This goes here. So we can do this, and we can add I get label. rebuild again. Yeah, we're doing boilerplate. Let's see. Oh, there's a football game going right now. That's very important for my fantasy outcome. It's not looking good for me right now, I fear. I might be cooked this week. All good. Let's test on. Actually, if is probably good for this, right? Yeah. Oh. Wait. We might not put the right label in here, actually. Yeah, this is not the right label. Okay, we need to fix that actually real quick. So let's fix that in TreeGen. The hell? Oh, right, we need the... Yeah, okay, we need to... I could just copy this, to be honest. Really? Okay, well... That's not what I'm looking for. Let's... This is in, what, here maybe? What the hell? Oh, I see. Okay. How do we want to do this? I should probably generalize this in some way. So we could like pull this out into the visitor maybe. We have a lot of slush already here, so we can add like a make basic block label. Basic block name or solve label. And then it should take. Actually, we don't need to take anything, or we need a basic block. Yes, we need that at least. Where did I put that again? After start basic block. This would be here. Yeah, this will slot nicely here, I think. Yeah, okay, we can do that. This should be good, right? Function name should exist. Right? Oh. Yeah, this should start as a string. So we want NIR get number basic block. Or we should pull that out like we did up here. Okay, that looks about right. Yeah, and we can also clean this up a little bit. And this should take, what does this take? Basic, just BB. Yeah, okay, that actually feels a lot better. This should be Resolve label. This is false successor, right? Yeah, false successor. Yeah, okay, so we can do that. And this is true successor. We need one more parenthesis. What else am I missing? Oh, we need to handle the invert case. We can paste over that, I think. Okay. So that should make that properly. We also will need to update the unconditional branch as well. Which is funny because the unconditional branch is the one that we actually cared about here. So this should be resolve label. This takes successor. Oh, I just quit that. Huge. Actually, yeah, this should all be in here anyway. Alright, let's see if this breaks. This test should still be fine, because this should generate both, I'm fairly sure. Huzzah, okay. This looks like it handles logic correctly. I'd like to see these empty labels disappear in some way, but I guess it's not the end of the world here. We're running without opt anyway, so this would be a little bit cleaner. Yeah, I need some sort of an optimization to propagate these sorts of things forward. I mean, like, it is what it is. I guess it could be worse. It's one of the nicer things to complain about right now. Okay. So, what else? Oh, we should commit stuff. So what I do here, I fix label gen in tree gen. Not comp, this is, what is this called? Jump. Okay. So that's all the easy ones done, which I guess that's fair. I mean, we had low-hanging fruit, but now I have to actually look at real I have to look at real two-string stuff, which is a little bit more annoying. Let's start with binary op because we have a lot of that everywhere. So let's do the getters. I think that will be pretty straightforward because it's just, well, getters. We need like a two-string for binary op. Let's do we can do that. Or actually, this just, yeah, that just gets that. Yeah, okay. So we can start with that. We can do that. Do that, and then we can steal more stuff from above, as always. Let's check the cheat sheet again, just to make sure I'm not messing anything up with, like, suffixes. Yeah, just one. Okay. That's nice. So this is all we need here. Now we get to throw this at the. Actually, I can probably just. What? Okay. Well, anyway, that's confusing. We can throw this here. We'll just speedrun this again. Yeah, this is gonna look ugly for a second, but I promise it gets better. Why don't I just yank that and then paste this first? Oh yeah. And huzzah! Okay, it all looks pretty now. The power of formatting is incredible. Okay, so those are the getters for that. We also need to get the tostring for this, which is annoying, but fair enough, I guess. So we do a switch block on this, and we can just exhaustively fill this. And we can throw unreachable at the end, I guess. Do I need that? Yeah, I do need that here. That's unlucky. Very off. Add. Turn. Add. Yeah, this is gonna be very boring to look at again. We'll add more ops as we go, but this seems like a reasonable start for this. Yeah, okay, let's do that. Oh, I didn't actually do anything else with this. Let's... Where am I going? I'm going here. That's where I'm going. Oh, actually, wait, we could do something interesting. Can we make a string with number of char? Or create string repeat characters. Is there a constructor for this? There's a fill constructor. That's cool. Okay. That'll be useful. So we want result equals I. We wanna get op, and we wanna tostring this. Or we want a plus equals actually. Or we should separate this out. This should be opstr or opstring or opstr equals that. So we want that plus I'm gonna get size. And then we want to char that. And then yeah, now that I'm looking at this mess I'm making, all of a sudden the string format stuff that was mentioned last time seems a whole lot more appealing. I might do a rewrite with that eventually, but we'll try this first. That might actually be how I end up spending a lot of today's stream, just like seeing if that's like a reasonable way to go about this. Okay, so we want so yeah, the op string, and then we have the char, and then we want I just make a string here with Pop stir size, or we want 8 minus that. And that's fine because we have the extra characters, so that works out perfectly. And then we want space. Or, yeah, this is a dot. Okay. That's pretty funny. Maybe I could generalize this better, but I always say that. Aren't those plus equals really expensive? They might actually be, yeah. Let's see. Wow, that's awkward. String stream, yeah, that would definitely be better. Yeah, okay. I should probably do that. That might be smart. Okay, I'll get all the logic first. Yeah, you're probably right about that. I guess this also gives me an excuse to learn string stream properly. So, I think I'll get all the logic first, and then I'll spend the rest of today just like cleaning up all this two-string stuff with like string stream. I also have some ideas on how to like make this more generic. So, this should be pretty fun. We'll see what happens. Yeah, and also like realistically, like I don't think this is like the most performance critical part of the compiler. Like it still matters, but also it's like oh no, we're generating output. Like great. Okay, let's just keep throwing plus equals at this. Yes. We can steal code from above somewhere, or below rather. I'm fairly sure. Yeah, we can steal that. What's good, Jumpy? Good to see you. Alright, let's try this again. We should have an add or a sub somewhere here, right? Surely. We might not have an add or a sub anywhere here. That's that's irritating. Okay, I guess this is not a great test for this. Oh, I need O0. There you go, add Q. So I did the math wrong. Okay, so I was actually wrong about this math. That's really awkward. So we can actually, or we could do this and then -1, right? Surely this gets folded. Okay, it lines up now. Okay. That what is happening here? What was I doing? Oh, it's virtual, I see. Okay, yeah. What the hell? What the fuck? This is so ugly. Okay. So maybe I want to redesign that. That might not be the best way to go about this. Yeah, that looks quite ugly. Do you stream on X? I don't, mostly because I think I want to compartmentalize all my stuff towards YouTube as much as possible. It just makes less of a mess for me, like, platform-wise. And, like, as cool as it is to, like, see my channel grow, I don't really think it is, like, a top priority for me, at least. I think just, like, doing the work is, I guess, more immediately pertinent to me. It might be something I explore in the future, but there's a pretty good chance that I don't, at least. Okay, this looks like we've handled most output actually, which is really cool. We can get the last two, I think. This one is actually not going to be very fun. How long have you been using C++? I technically learned it my freshman year, so that would make it like 3 years, but I only started working on like real non-class related code. I think the start of this past summer. So I'd say like just under like half a year then, I think. This needs a string thing. Or char, or std char, what am I doing? Oh, great. Okay, let's implement this real quick. We can throw more boilerplate at it. So this is... Where are all the condition codes? Ah, there they are. This should be string, actually. Yeah, this... Yeah, because I also want to potentially... So I want to use this for jump, but I also want to potentially reuse it for, like, set as well. I was thinking about it for, like, conditional move. I think I can, but... I think there's, like, one thing that wasn't consistent somewhere. It looks pretty consistent, though, so, I mean... I'm not really sure. This should be fine, though. I don't understand why that's breaking. Are we serious? Oh. Is that... Okay, yeah. Whoops, okay, all good. Okay, there we go. So we have the condition codes, so we need to just use those here now. So this is... We're called jumps here. We can do something similar to this thing. Or not this thing, it was this thing. It's here. Oh, I need to write getters. Damn it. Okay. This one might be a little bit annoying. This one. Oh, I need to commit. Uh-oh. Let's just keep that for a second. Okay, that makes sense. We can reuse the commit message again. Are concerned about type sizes? I am to some degree, but I did this neat little thing called only using ints, so I'm significantly less concerned about them at least. It might be smart for me to make this scalable in a different way, but yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, hopefully it doesn't cause me too many problems. Alright, now I can redo this. And I can get stuck at the same place I was stuck before. We need 2 getters here. Yeah, no worries. I appreciate the feedback. It's good, I guess, to like help me think about things. So I can't really complain, at least. Yeah, I'm lazy. We're gonna reformat this anyway. Let's just do this the lazy way. This is jump. This is a J. We're gonna cause so many problems. we are going to cause so many problems here. We can reuse the same code here, I guess. C jump. Here it is. Huzzah. Okay. That's the wrong side. There we go. This looks correct. This looks correct. And then I'm just gonna add I get label. Let's see what happens here. In the meantime, what did I change? I can't reuse the commit message on this side. Here's plus tostring for LIR. C jump. Okay. Nice. We're parallelizing. This test does not have anything. Surely while will have something. Yeah, we do have things. Okay. That looks good to me. So jump not equals. Is there an instance of like jump equals anywhere? Okay, that's not great. Okay, we're gonna find a test. Okay, let's do something insane here. We're gonna find C. Or we want to find that. I'm gonna grep by star or I want dot star dot c. Helping off, keep up the good work. Thank you. Thanks for stopping by and have a wonderful rest of your day. Okay, let's. How do I grep this properly? Do input slash dot star and literal dot c. We can actually just literal dot c actually. Yeah, like that. Okay, perfect. So we can do that. And then we can xargs debug bin panic or -0. That should feed all of them into this, I think. So if we... It appears we might not have fed all of them into it. Which one got fed in? Just op? Let's see. Bash run per line. Oh, okay. So can we bash one? Did this work? It looks like it worked, which is really funny. So now we can do this. We can grep for, what were we looking for again? Jump equals. Okay, well that's really funny actually. None of my code generates jump equals. Yeah, that's really funny actually. We might have to generate a test for that at some point. Yeah, that's a really funny thing. Anyway, I guess we could. I think that we committed this, right? Yeah, we did commit while we were building. Yeah, okay. So then, what do we want to do from here? We could try the string stream thing. String stream format C++. If you ever attempt to write a front end and don't want to use LLVM, you might want to look at the QB backend. Rental insurance. Oh yeah, I looked at this at one point. I forgot for what, but yeah, that's a good shot. Okay, let's. How do I want to do string stream stuff here? IO manip. At this point, I might even want to like abstract out the toString stuff into its own file. That could be smart. I don't think we're gonna. Oh, we might need. We might need this stuff, possibly, potentially. let's look at like real docs. Okay. What's the benefit of studying compilers? Well, I think they're cool pieces of software, and I'd like to work on them in the future. And if I want to work on them in the future, I guess at minimum that means I will need to have a strong understanding of them to, I guess, do anything with them. What is W string stream? So this answer is none of the three, actually. But that makes sense, at least. We should do string stream. What is W string stream? Wide characters, interesting. Is a great enough reason for me to study them as well. Yeah, I think compilers are just like they take a lot of different like theoretical areas of computer science and I guess combines them in a way that I guess just like really resonates with me. Like you need a lot of like just like fundamentally like excluding implementation stuff, you need like a strong understanding of like programming languages stuff and also systemsy or like architecture knowledge as well, just to like go from source to assembly. And then like in terms of implementation, you need a lot of knowledge of like what's it called? You need software engineering knowledge because you need to generate like maintainable code, and as in like the compiler is a mess, so it needs to be maintainable. And then you also need like strong, I guess, algorithms/theory knowledge, which I think all of them are just like, it's just like a really cool combination of everything that I find cool about CS, and hopefully that's also interesting to you to some degree as well. Do you have regular schedule? First of all, welcome. Yeah, I was supposed to have a consistent schedule, and then it turns out I'm very bad at being consistent. So usually it's in the evening. I try to target like 7 o'clock Central Time, but it ends up being like plus or minus 2 hours depending on the day. I think 7 o'clock is like the most frequent time for me, at least. If you want that converted to local, that's like when the LeetCode daily resets. I'm getting pinged somewhere. Where am I getting pinged? Ah, that's where I'm getting pinged. Okay, well, I guess I will mark that as unread and I'll deal with that later. Okay, string stream. We could... stream. Let's see how much better this is at least. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Yeah, I guess I do need formatting to some degree, right? Do I need formatting? Huh. Wait, that's crazy, actually. Huh. Plus equals is kind of crazy to think about for me, at least. I'm not sure. I guess so. Plus is bad. Plus is really bad. Um, plus equals is fine, and then string stream is somewhere in the middle. Interesting. So what is like this example of that? Huh. That's very interesting. Ah. That's so confusing. Or I guess build string. Char star, yuck. This is really annoying actually. This doesn't bring me joy. Okay. Okay, well I guess we could use the string stream. We could give this a try. I think that's probably like the prettier way to do this anyway, so I think I should do that. Yeah. Let's see how this will work. Okay. So this visitor will have a stream. Do I need that here? Yeah, I do need that. And is that allocated by, or is that like default workable? Or does that have a default constructor? Surely it does. Okay, we can take that, I guess. Actually, wait, this makes me wonder something, actually. I don't know about be hopping on these more often. Yeah, thank you for showing up and have a good one. Good guy? Okay, bet. Yeah, thanks for joining the Discord. I guess I could plug the Discord now as well. If you haven't already, you should join the Discord. Everyone's pretty chill. It's the best place to get pinged when I go live. Also, I will probably be setting up a group for Advent of Code this upcoming December. So be sure to hop on there to get more information once that comes out. so we can generate the string. That looks good. Which language for admin code this year? I'm not sure yet. I might go back to writing Rust stuff. I think Rust was just really fun for me, so I might do that. Something else I was thinking about is maybe like maybe doing like a I guess like one of my other friends does a bit of streaming and he also has a community, so we might do like some sort of a community competition thing. I still need to pitch that idea to him, so we'll see what happens, but yeah. Let's also make a void gonna do build and I don't know. This is a mess. But yeah, we'll see what happens with admin code. I still have to like think through a couple more of the details, but all that should come out somewhat shortly. Do you also break your big tasks into smaller tasks? Yes, I definitely do that. I think even just like looking at this like stream agenda sort of doc is a good example of that. This is all like very ambitious. This is like all of the stuff I need to do for like instruction selection before I can like, I think I can consider it done. It's broken up into like somewhat logical-ish tasks, and then within those I even like subdivide it further. It's like I want to do all the print stuff, then I want to finish a basic atomic tiling. I guess this is kind of duplicative, so I don't need that. Yeah, then I do like more tiles, I do even more tiles, and then I write like tests or something. That's just an example at least of how I would go about it. Okay, let's let's see if we can check if it's empty. Ah. Yeah, I guess we can just do that. I guess we could make helper functions here as well. Let's do like void new instruction or add instruction or create instruction. Let's take string. Yeah, I guess we could throw strings into here. Interesting. Okay. That's really interesting. Okay, we should, maybe I won't use string stream, but I will at least use like string format, I think is what I'm taking from this. Yes, let's fix all of that real quick. C++ string format. Let's do this. format. Okay, let's do this. So we want auto label, or I guess we can do that, colon, I guess. Yeah, so we can do that. This, okay, I'm already liking this a lot more, actually. Okay. So then, this sucks. So I guess we can what do we do here? So have char. Is this a thing? Wait, we can push back? Wait. Wait, that's crazy. Huh. Wow, okay. Yeah, okay, let's... Okay, we might not be able to format here. Or do auto. We can do that. What the hell am I doing here? I actually don't hate this, to be honest. And then we can paste that in there, and then we can paste that there. I'm not sure how I feel about this. This doesn't feel like I made it any better. This feels like I made it more verbose, if anything. Not really sure about this one. Yeah. This is not great. I don't think there's a pretty way to do this, to be honest. Other than just like doing whatever the hell ugly shit this is. This is way harder than I thought it would be. I don't know why. Okay, let's... I guess it could be pretty for some of these, but not really. I don't know. I'm not really convinced on this. Yeah, let's open this up again. LIR. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't really think it's worth the effort, to be honest. Some of these are necessarily just a little bit gross. We could do things in like an interesting, I guess. I don't know. It's always just gonna be a mess here, I think, is what I am starting to accept. Which, oh well. I don't know. I will just tuck my tail between my legs and walk away in defeat, I guess. Okay, let's two-string the fee at least, I think. I think that will be somewhat straightforward enough. So we need more getters here. What even is in a fee again? It's just a list of operand, I guess. Okay. There's not a good way to represent this. Yeah, we could make something up here, I guess. We can list operand star ref and get source. Get dest as well. I guess we could just like, we could throw something together here really quickly. Do I ref it? No, I don't. Okay, we can do that. This is gonna be a little bit ugly, I think. Oh no. So we want that, and then we want like for each source in list, or I guess we want I get source. We want I guess we could throw in a bracket here. So we want result plus equals source. Guess we could source string this, or we could like std string that, and then this is the largest software project you've worked on. I think so, yeah. I think that's pretty fair to say. So if it's not empty, we want to add a comma. Yeah, so we can do that. We're just gonna we're just gonna do this really ugly. I don't particularly care anymore about this. Actually, do this plus that, and then we can make up a thing for this because, well, fees don't really exist, so we're kind of just assuming we're just manifesting them into existence here. Okay. So first we have this, and then we can like make this double arrow thing, and then let's give it I get dest, I think, and we can tostring that. Yeah. Okay. I'm not sure if we generate any fees. I don't think we generate them yet, but once we get to that point, we'll find out very quickly if something has gone wrong. Actually, I think we do generate them in some instances. None of this code looks wrong at a glance. So hopefully it's not bad. Let's do this find thing again. Uh-oh. Ah, there we go. Okay. That's actually not bad. I kind of like how that looks. Yeah, okay. Let's do that. Test. Let's run this without this giant filter mess on it. So let's do that. Screen task, Russian input. Let's give it, I think, if, surely. Ah, there it is, there it is. Okay. Alright, so we do have fees here now. I guess maybe I should just like throw on a virtual for that as well, because that is technically like, I guess this isn't like a real instruction, I guess. Yeah, let's rebuild this. Let's commit real quick. IRF format. Ah, yeah. Okay. So now if I run that, yeah, we get a little virtual tag on there, which, yeah. When I'm marking something as virtual, what I mean by that is like, it will. I'll figure out what to do with it after regalloc, because there's a lot of stuff that depends on that. So, yeah. Okay. 10 commits, that's crazy. I think that's a pretty reasonable amount of work done today. How many to-dos are there here? There's none here anymore. Yeah, that's pretty neat, actually. Yeah, I think this is a pretty good place to call today's stream. Looking at what we have left before I can call instruction selection done, I think realistically, so all we have technically is we finished prints. So we need to finish our atomic tiling set, our atomic tile set, so we can at least minimally maximally, I guess a minimal tile set to cover every possible combination of instructions we have. I think that's like the absolute bare minimum. I think at that point I would be comfortable like merging this branch in, and then I'll probably like generate more complex tiles on a separate on another branch, and then get that merged in, and then finally I'll write some tests, and then I think we can officially consider instruction selection done, and that'll be really great. Until then, though, I think I'm gonna enjoy the rest of this evening and just like get a bit of time to chill. Thank you all so much for showing up to today's stream. If you haven't already, make sure you sub to the channel and like the stream. It helps out a lot with the algorithm and gets my content out to more of you. Aside from that, also in the description is a link to my Discord. You should join that if you haven't. It's the best place to get pinged or get pinged when I go live, because YouTube's notifs are a little bit questionable. And I'll also probably be announcing Advent of Code logistics, I think on like Thanksgiving Day maybe. I'll have to figure that out later. But it will be sometime this week, if not next week. Yeah, and then also in the description is my LinkedIn and my GitHub. Add me on those to stay up to date with what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm gonna go chill now. Take care, y'all. Take it easy. And have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are.